Good morning. So I have not been vlogging for the last few days. I've just been hanging out, having fun in the sun in Southwest Florida, kayaking and just hiking, and I went to the dog track, and I've been having so much fun in Southwest Florida. And I took a few days off from vlogging because I mean all that stuff I was doing, y'all have seen it all before. And I was also a bit under the weather. I was kind of sick, as you saw in I think the last vlog, but I got mostly over that. I still sound a little bit sick. I feel about 100% better. I won't go into details on that. It sucks being sick when you're traveling, but I'm good now. So it is Tuesday, December 31st. It's New Year's Eve today. I have a few more days left on this trip. I'm not flying home till Saturday, January 4th. And what I'm doing for the next few days, if you watch my channel regularly, you saw the Boston College football vlog when I went to the game at Notre Dame a few weeks ago. And I'm pretty much doing that again, not to Notre Dame, but somewhere else. I'm going to the Birmingham Bowl in Birmingham, Alabama for BC football because it's just so much fun. And you know what? I want to go to the bowl game. I'm going to be in Florida when it's going on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm sitting in the BC section with all the BC fans again, and that's a really fun time. But man, it is hard to leave Southwest Florida. Like Orlando has nice weather, Southwest Florida has nice weather, but when you get too far north of Orlando, it deteriorates quickly. Like Southwest Florida has been in the mid to upper 70s and into the low to mid 80s. And we had one day in the upper 80s as long as I've been hanging out down there. Just so nice. And it did cross my mind to say, like, screw the game, I'll sell my ticket on StubHub and just gonna stay here. But that's not what I ended up doing. I was like, no, I'm gonna regret it if I don't go to the game. I really want to go. There's gonna be people I know there, and I want to go to the game. So that's what I'm doing. I'm at a highway rest area outside Lake City, Florida right now, up in the north part of Florida. I drove up last night for several hours from the Fort Myers area. And just drove up I-75, didn't vlog it, just driving on the highway, and then I slept here right in the back seat again. I'll show you the car later. But this car that I'm in, it's the same car I've had since I switched on Christmas Eve, and it is up to 1,456 miles since I got it. We're going to be well over. We're probably going to be 2,500 miles at least when I'm done with it, because after this, I'll tell you what I'm doing in a minute, but it's probably going to break my personal record for most miles on a rental car, which is 2,700 and change, which was last year. Actually, this past January when I drove from New Hampshire to Florida and drove around in Florida and returned the car in Orlando. But right now I'm on I-75 north at this rest area, just about where I-75 meets I-10. So I'm going to go west on I-10, jump off the highway and see Tallahassee. It's the capital of Florida, and I've never been there before. And then I'm going to keep on going west. I have another stop planned that I'll tell you about when I get there, which actually may or may not be the title of this video, or it may have a separate video. But I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But eventually I'm going to end up in Pascagoula, Mississippi, which is like hundreds of miles from here. But that is okay because I am going to Bozo's Seafood Market, which was in another one of the vlogs. It was in one of the Mississippi vlogs. And that is just the best fried seafood, the best catfish. So I'm going to go there. I don't know exactly what the timing's going to do. I don't know what today holds. I might be able to make it in before they close this evening, but if not, then when they open tomorrow, I'll be there. And so that's the plan right now. Go to Tallahassee, Florida Panhandle, then jump over to Pascagoula, Mississippi, and then up to Birmingham for the game. And I might ride around a little bit if I have some extra time, because the game's not till Thursday afternoon. It's only Tuesday morning. So that's what's going on. So I'm going to shut up and drive, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, so it's a few hours later. Just been driving on I-10. Florida fast speed's been going like 80 to 82 the whole way, which is just the flow of traffic in Florida on interstates, which is awesome. And now I just got off the highway into Funiac Springs, and I'm well past Tallahassee. I didn't stop there because I called the informational hotline phone number for the state capitol, and it's not open today because it's New Year's Eve. So I was like, I'll just go to Tallahassee some other time. So I just drove past it on the highway. But right now I'm going to the highest point in the state of Florida, which is Britton Hill, way out on the Panhandle. Like, I'm in the central time zone. Crossed into that like a half hour ago. And yeah, like, it's out there. Like, Florida, getting towards Pensacola, and gonna be in Alabama in a little bit here. But highest point in Florida, Britton Hill, 345 feet above sea level. It's the lowest high point in the United States, meaning of all 50 states, their highest point, Florida has the lowest one. So I'm really excited to see this. It's an easy half-mile hike from what I've read. So let's go! So I'm about 2 miles away from it, from the trailhead. And it's still really flat. I mean, I expected it because the high point is so low, but what a flat state. Makes it real nice to drive in. No hills to go up that eat up the gas. It's just real nice. So this northwest Florida Panhandle area, it feels like just the rest of the South. Like this might as well be a part of the Deep South. A very different feel than the peninsula of Florida, the warm part. And I'm wearing long pants right now. It's about, I don't know, it's probably 55 out. Compared to 82 yesterday down in Fort Myers. So Florida is just a big and oddly shaped state. Almost there. Even the trail is flat so far. And it feels really good to be out of the car. So this is obviously still Florida, but it's far enough north that leaves fall off the trees. There was one other group of people here. There were 3 people that came together, and I was the only one other vehicle in the parking lot. And it looked like they had already finished the trail and were in the park there near the parking area. So I think it's just me. So this is said to be about 1 mile round trip, so something like a half a mile each way. So fork in the road, and I'm not exactly sure which way I should go. So I'm just gonna guess, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so a quick Google search and a couple different hiking trail websites that have a page about where I am indicate that the high point is actually in the parking lot near the car. That of those 2 signs I took pictures with, it was the second one. And that's actually the high point. It's not in here on the trails at all, like I assumed it would be. But I'm still glad I'm here. It's nice to be out of the car. It's a really nice walk. And so I'll go take more pictures and back at the parking area when I'm done. All right, so it's a long time later, several hours later. I've been driving down I-10, but before I tell you where I am, let me recap. The high point was excellent. It was really cool to see the Florida high point, and it was just the lowest high point in the 50 states. Didn't even feel like driving to it, walking around it, just nothing about it. You felt like you were going up in elevation, just flatlands. So that was really great, and the park was nice. It was really well kept. Nothing about it was bad at all. It was excellent. And as I was getting ready to leave, I met a 67-year-old man named Jerry, who was a semi-retired carpet installer. And we sat down at a picnic table and talked about life for 30 minutes, about life and work and cars and trucks and just everything for 30 minutes. And it was a really great experience. I love, doing that with local people from wherever I go. So after that, I just hit the highway, I-10 west, drove through the rest of the Florida Panhandle, didn't really stop anywhere else, and drove through Alabama, drove through Mobile, and now I'm in Mississippi. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the Pascagoula Walmart. That's kind of bright to see it, but this is the same place I sat and ate in the Mississippi vlogs from back in September. I ate my fried catfish meal here that was so excellent. And the reason I drove all the way through to Pascagoula is because I'm going back to Bozo's Seafood Market to get another catfish dinner. I drove quite a bit out of the way to come here, but that is all right. You only live once. And I haven't eaten all day. I wanted to make sure I had a really good appetite. I'm going to try to finish that meal this time. It's just it's so big. It's only $9. So I'm going to run up the street and grab that. Don't know yet if I'm going to eat in or come back here and eat again or some other. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to eat in or not. But I will talk to you guys in a little bit. So there's the meal that I drove hours and hours to get. So they seal the whole thing off with masking tape. It's so full the container doesn't shut without that. And so when I peeled off the tape, I'm just going to show it like this, all spilling out. It's so good. I actually have a daytime better picture of this same exact meal from a few months ago when I had it. So I'll insert that right now. And I am going to get eaten. I haven't eaten all day. And this looks so good.
feeling is gone. My soul kindness gone. Hope still lingers on. Bring myself a newfound pity. Sing along in New York City. I don't know why.
So as you could probably tell by those clips, I was in the front row for the concert. It wasn't even that hard. I showed up about 3 hours before Collective Soul went on, and the opening act, I only had to wait like 45 minutes to an hour for the opening act to start. So it really was not, it didn't even feel that long. I've waited so much longer for concerts before, and it's a great experience. The moon pie coming down was really great. And the reason I heard about this event in the first place, I was driving down Interstate 10 today, and I heard about it on local radio. You hear about so many events and things to do and goings on that can really make you feel like a local when you travel. If you just listen to local AM, FM radio, that is such a good travel tip. Listen to AM, FM local radio. Really makes you feel connected to wherever you are. And I wouldn't have known about this event if I hadn't been doing that. I wouldn't have known about the Matt Stell concert in Orlando if I hadn't been doing that. So, a quick Google search revealed that moon pies are popular with Mardi Gras and they've been like a throw item for the Mardi Gras parade since the 1950s. And most people associate Mardi Gras with just New Orleans, but it's actually the original first ever Mardi Gras was here in Mobile, Alabama. New Orleans just has the biggest and most well-known one. But yeah, in Mardi Gras, a lot of places along the Gulf Coast will have a Mardi Gras. So that was just like a quick, 5 minutes of reading about it. It's a Mardi Gras throw item from the parade, and their moon pies in general are popular in the South. And I've had moon pies before, but not in a really friggin' long time. I'm probably going to go get a box of them just because it's tonight. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go head off to a rest area that's not too far from here because I am ready for sleep. So it's Tuesday night, tomorrow's Wednesday. Well, I guess technically it's Wednesday right now, but in the morning it'll be Wednesday. And the football game's not till Thursday afternoon in Birmingham. And I'm only about 4.5 hours from Birmingham. And I have all day tomorrow wide open, so I'll probably go and find something to do. I don't know what that'll be yet. But there'll be a vlog tomorrow. And there might be another clip tonight. You'll know right now if you're watching this. Good morning, new day, new vlog. Today is just wide open because the football game in Birmingham's not till tomorrow. So I just wide open. I'm sitting here at the highway rest area on I-10, just a little bit into Mississippi. And just looking at maps and things and trying to decide what I want to do, where I want to go today. But there's a really cool scenic view here at this rest area. It was like a several miles long bridge over some like marshy swamplands that lead out to the Gulf. And it was just the coolest bridge. I think I can walk like right down and probably show you the bridge because like the rest area is like over there. Like the bathroom building and all the parking is over there. And then there's other like parking over here for the scenic view, but it's still part of the rest area. So let's go check that out. I can't believe this is at the highway rest area. The bridge is like over here. You can't really see it. Alright, I think we are going to see the bridge after all. I can kind of see it. So here's the giant bridge, driving back over it. There's Gulf Coast, swampy waterways, and just, I love it. Absolutely love it. I love the Gulf Coast, whether it's Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. I just love it. Alright, so I'm driving on, I actually don't remember the road number, but I'm driving on a local highway, 65-mile-an-hour speed limit in Mississippi. And I'm on the way up to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, because I sat there at the rest area, thought about what I wanted to do today, and I just couldn't come up with a whole lot, because museums aren't open because it's New Year's Day. So I'm like, let's just have a nice ride, go through rural Mississippi. And I'm ending up in Tuscaloosa because it's one of the few parts of it's like really the only populated part of Alabama that I've never been to. I've literally been everywhere else. Like Huntsville, Birmingham, Mobile, Montgomery, you name it, I've been there. I just need Tuscaloosa. So, I thought, you know, I'm going to get a cheap room tonight because I need a really good night's sleep tonight, because after the football game tomorrow afternoon, I'm driving straight through from Birmingham back to Fort Myers to get one more beach day or kayak day before this trip is over. And so just get a good night's sleep tonight. And I've literally slept in the car every single night so far on this trip, and it's been over 2 weeks now. I've showered 3 times, 2 at my friend's place in Winter Haven, Florida, 1 at the truck stop, Love's Travel Stop, a few days ago in North Fort Myers. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Gonna go check in there. Should be on pace for arrival like late afternoon, and then go get something to eat and just, like I said, get a really good night's sleep, rest up for the game, and the drive back to Fort Myers. But right now it's a really nice, relaxing ride through rural Mississippi, and I love the South. Like, I love the South. So this is really enjoyable. It's just a great part of the country, the South and Florida. Just, I love being there. Let me show you what the scenery looks like. Not too many cars on the road. Just one of these southern local highways where you can pretty much go as fast as an interstate. I'm going 75 right now. The speed limit is 65. Most of this drive on the map is in Mississippi, and then I cut into Alabama quite a bit further north and shoot over to Tuscaloosa on the interstate, I think, if I remember correctly.